But what we are going to talk about is this. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halelot. Shabachol halelot anu ochlin havetu matzah. Halayla hazeh kulo matzah. Shabachol halelot anu ochlin sha'ar yirakot. Halayla hazeh maror. Shabachol halelot ein anu mapilim afilu pa'am echad. Halayla hazeh shtei pe'amim. But you guys can all read that Hebrew, right? All right, so why is this night different from all other nights? This is what we are going to be discussing if we're going to a Seder on Monday or Tuesday or any other night of the next week. Why is this night different from all other nights? In that on all other nights, we eat leaven and matzah, and this night, starting on Monday, we will only be eating matzah. In that on all other nights, we eat various vegetables, if you are not a member of my family. This night, Jonathan eats his vegetables, I just have to say. This night, we only eat bitter herbs. In that on all other nights, we don't dip things even one time. This night, 2 times. And we also recline. But, you know, who's talking about reclining? So what I want to do, just quickly, Carlton Heston is basically the sermon today. Yes. So if you would just turn to what I think is kind of important in your handout, and we can go over these 4 questions that you might want to add to your Seder, or you might want to add just to whatever next gathering you are meeting people with. So the Reform Movement put out this supplement called Why is this Passover different from all other Passovers? And they're trying to prepare us for sitting down at Seder amongst people who might not all have the same views on what's happening in our world right now. And just like in the secular world, we might be nervous to go to Thanksgiving dinner because we don't know what the conversations are going to be like. The same is true for some people who will be gathering for the Seder. So instead of walking into these conversations or the possibility of these conversations in a defensive manner, here are some open-ended questions that might help us get through some stickier conversations should they rear their heads. So the first, if you want to look down on that not the last page, but you guys see it with the big numbers. So here are 4 questions. Passover is a holiday of storytelling, and the Haggadah commands us to tell the story as though we had been present in it. What is one story that has shaped how you understand the war in Gaza? Number 2, Passover warns that great suffering comes from hardening our hearts. How are you feeling hard-hearted right now? How are you feeling tender-hearted? Number 3, Passover is a time to ask questions. When you think about the current war in Gaza, what questions come to mind? What is something you'd like to understand? Number 4, the Seder ends with the aspiration next year in Jerusalem. What do you hope will be true 1 year from now? How do you hope you will feel? It is with these that I will send us into Passover. My hope is that we can spend Shabbat thinking about these questions for ourselves so that we're more prepared to perhaps discuss them should they come up around the Seder table. I wish us all a Pesach Sameach, a happy Passover. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.